My name is Dylan Jackson, and I am co-owner and co-founder of Proteum Machining here in Tucson, Arizona. My business partner and I, Brad, went to school together. Both of us have worked in production and prototype shops. We both love to learn and love to kind of dig in on stuff, and there is no shortage of things to learn in prototypes. It is being a fireman where everything is on fire all the time, but it's really what we love. At the end of last year, we just needed more capacity. 5-axis was always something we wanted to get into, but I'd done some 4+1, but never really any 5-axis. In 3-axis motion, I know what to expect. I know where to look for the issues. And, worst case, I break a tool. Whereas on a 5-axis, there's a lot more damage that can be done very quickly. I reached out to DSI to do my post because I actually knew Phil from before he worked at DSI. I had him on the podcast. He was one of our early guests, and he was such a rock star machinist at that point. Years later, I heard he had moved over to DSI and was incredibly excited to work with somebody not only who I knew was so smart, but who had that background in manufacturing. Working with Phil is very, very easy because he does speak machinist. There's no explanation paragraphs, which I used to have to do with certain, post editors. I sent the entire pages of the manual that said all the custom M codes that they use, and then we iterated over the course of about a week and a half on all the little post changes I wanted as far as user parameters within the toolpaths themselves and safety moves and safety planes, so we know that we can enter and exit the machining volume with a new tool and be guaranteed that we're not going to have any issues. It takes a little bit longer, but we're a prototype shop. I don't mind adding cycle time for reliability. Everything we do in the shop is about optimizing on getting parts onto the machine, making them correct the first time, and then getting them off and shipped. We knew getting into it that we would have some 5-axis work. One of our customers was asking us constantly to get a 5-axis, but it has been infinitely more than we could have expected. So now we're very, very 5-axis front-loaded in terms of work, and we need another one. So probably another Hermal in the near future, but we'll see how the next year goes.